Hello dear students, good afternoon. Welcome to Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. This is Dr. Priyanka and today we are going to have an amazing session on PYQs of Human Health and Disease. इस chapter का सभी बच्चे बहुत time से इंतजार कर रहे हैं. Yes, now this chapter is here. Today we are going to discuss previous year questions of this chapter, Human Health and Disease, and also we will be seeing कि कौन कौन से टॉपिक से जो है क्वेश्चंस पूछे जा सकते हैं नीट में. होप यू ऑल आर रेडी फॉर टुडेज क्लास. एवरीवन रेडी? बट बिफोर स्टार्टिंग दिस सेशन आई हैव एन अमेजिंग इंफॉर्मेशन फॉर यू ऑल, सो प्लीज पे अटेंशन एवरीबॉडी. जैसे आप सभी को मैं बोलती रहती हूँ कि डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में जाना है और टेलीग्राम चैनल को ज्वाइन करना है. मेनी ऑफ यू डोंट नो वेयर यू विल फाइंड दिस डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स. सो नाउ टुडे आई विल टेल यू कहाँ मिलेगा आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स और कैसे आप जो है एनरोल कर सकते हो हमारे स्टार्टर पैकेज के लिए. Yes dear students, we are offering a starter package on 70% डिस्काउंट. 499 में जो है आप इस पैकेज को ले सकते हो. उसमें आपको मिलेगा बहुत सारे अमेजिंग वीडियो लेक्चर्स, फ्लैश कार्ड्स, टेस्ट सीरीज एंड मेनी मोर थिंग्स. तो चलिए देखते हैं क्या क्या आपको मिल रहा है जस्ट 499. क्या करना है आपको? यू विल गो टू द डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स फर्स्ट. जिस तरह से आप यहाँ वीडियो देख रहे हो मेरा, आप जाओगे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में. दिस इज आवर डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स. शो मोर पे आप क्लिक करोगे. देन हियर यू कैन सी सारे लिंक्स आपको यहाँ पर मिल जाएंगे. हियर यू कैन सी एनरोल फॉर इन्फिनिटी लर्न स्टार्टर पैकेज. इस पे आप अगर क्लिक करते हो देन यू विल गो टू आवर वेब पेज. टेलीग्राम चैनल का भी लिंक है यहाँ पर. सारे इंपॉर्टेंट प्ले लिस्ट का भी लिंक है. अगर आपको कुछ भी देखना है यू कैन क्लिक ऑन दिस लिंक एंड यू कैन गो. ओके, सो अभी हम चलते हैं एनरोल फॉर इन्फिनिटी लर्न स्टार्टर पैकेज वाला जो लिंक है हमारे पास. क्लिक ऑन दिस लिंक. ठीक है, क्लिक करके यू विल सी यहाँ पर डिटेल्स बोला गया है. यहाँ पर आपको डिटेल्स भरना है. स्क्रॉल डाउन, नीचे जाओ. नीचे जाओगे सो यू विल सी हियर यू कैन एनरोल फॉर आवर स्टार्टर पैकेज. अगर आप क्लास 6 में हो, वेदर यू आर इन 6th स्टैंडर्ड, 7th स्टैंडर्ड, 8th स्टैंडर्ड, 9, 10, 11, 12, or you are preparing for JEE or NEET, click on that if you are preparing for NEET. Okay, now see, all the 3 subjects will be covered in the starter package. 3 mock tests you will get, 14 previous year question papers you will get for practicing, 1000 plus self-learn videos you will get. So all the topics will be covered in this video. Then 1000 plus self-learn flashcards. Flashcards आपको पता है ना कितने important है to retain the information. जो भी आपने पढ़ा है उसको अगर आपको retain करना है एग्जाम तक तो obviously flashcard will be helpful and also for revision. Then you will get 3000 plus adaptive practice questions. हम सभी को पता है प्रैक्टिस मेक्स अ मैन परफेक्ट, इजंट इट? तो जितने ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस आप प्रैक्टिस करोगे उतना ज्यादा आप परफेक्ट होगे और उतने ज्यादा आप स्कोर करोगे इन नीट. सिमिलरली अगेन वन मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट फीचर दैट यू विल गेट इज डाउट रिजोल्यूशन. तो जो भी डाउट है आप सभी के वो क्लियर हो जाएंगे. सी 1 month पैकेज यू आर गेटिंग इन जस्ट 499. ओके, 70% डिस्काउंट पे आपको मिल रहा है. एनरोल करने के लिए यू कैन क्लिक ऑन दिस. एक्सेस करने के लिए वेबसाइट यू विल हैव टू फिल योर डिटेल्स हियर. नेम, लास्ट नेम, देन ईमेल आईडी यू कैन फिल हियर. कोर्स, जो भी आप कोर्स के लिए एनरोल करना चाहते हो, CBSE, JEE, NEET, यू कैन सिलेक्ट दैट. देन ग्रेड ऑल्सो यू कैन सिलेक्ट हियर एंड देन फोन नंबर. सबमिट करोगे यू विल गो टू आवर वेब पेज एंड यू कैन एनरोल फॉर आवर स्टार्टर पैकेज. होप दिस इंफॉर्मेशन वॉज हेल्पफुल डियर स्टूडेंट्स एंड यू वोंट मिस दिस ऑफर. ओके, तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं हमारा आज का सेशन. लाइक आई टोल्ड यू व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस. वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस ह्यूमन हेल्थ एंड डिजीज प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस. रेडी विथ मी? ओके, तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं. बट बिफोर स्टार्टिंग डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब इन्फिनिटी लर्न नीट चैनल. अगर आपने अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो इतने सारे अच्छे अच्छे सेशंस हो रहे हैं आप सभी के लिए. ओके, वी आर डिस्कसिंग प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस, वी आर गिविंग यू इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स टू क्रैक नीट. एंड डोंट फॉरगेट टू press the bell icon for all the notifications. Also, you can register for our Infinity Learn Masterclass, in which you will get free masterclass, 1 Infinity Learn test series, free mock test and previous year question papers. इसको रजिस्टर करने के लिए जैसे मैंने बोला कि डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में जो लिंक है जो मैंने आपको बताया उसमें जाके आपको एनरोल करना है. ओके, सो लेट्स सी व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑन आवर स्क्रीन. सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, ओके, फ्रॉम द चैप्टर ह्यूमन हेल्थ एंड डिजीजेस, दिस transplantation of tissues organs fails often due to non-acceptance by the patient's body. Which type of immune response is responsible for such rejections? Now, what this question is asking? This is asking about tissue rejection or graft rejection. Okay, जब भी transplantation होता है, what we do is we take the organ from the donor and we place it in the recipient's body. Now, recipient's body does not accept that organ ki yes, come and I will accommodate you. No. Okay, we have antibodies in the recipient's body that will fight against that external organ, right? That non-self tissue is considered as an enemy and the antibodies will attack, right? To prevent that, what we do, we suppress the immune response of the recipient, isn't it? Now the question is asking that at this time when the patient's body is not accepting the graft or the transplanted organ, at that time which part of our immune response will play? Okay, so you have 4 options here: cell mediated immune response, hormonal immune response, physiological immune response and autoimmune response. So tissue rejection के लिए कौन responsible होता है? The correct option will be बच्चों cell mediated immune response. Cell mediated immune response, that is due to which lymphocyte? That is due to T lymphocyte. Okay, so T lymphocyte is responsible for cellular immunity. Okay, remember that. So cellular immunity के लिए responsible है T lymphocyte, and T lymphocyte is responsible for graft rejection. Graft rejection, note it down. Okay, so they are responsible for graft rejection. Okay, बच्चों. Now, what is this B lymphocyte responsible for? Recall and write it down with me. B lymphocyte is responsible for humoral immunity. And what is humoral immunity? Okay, humoral immunity is immunity due to antibodies. So basically these B lymphocyte will release antibodies. Okay, but for tissue rejection, cell mediated immune response is important. That is due to T lymphocyte. Note it down, everybody, very important for your exam. Okay, so correct option for this question will be A. Okay, and this question was asked in the year 2017. Now let's move on to our next question of today's session. Okay, malt. The question is about malt. First, let's understand what is the full form of this malt. So malt is mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. It is mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. Okay, bachcho. So malt is mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. Hi Rajesh. Okay, D is the right answer. Let's see. This is the line of NCERT. Okay, and what are lymphoid tissue? Tissues that will have collection of lymphocytes. That is very important for immune response. Fine. तो हमारी body में how much portion of lymphoid tissue is malt? Okay. So your correct option will be D. Very good. Correct option will be D. Very good, Rajesh. 50%. 50% of our lymphoid tissue is malt. Okay, mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. For example, can anybody give me one example? Hi W. Can anybody give me an example? Mucoid है, mucoid नहीं, mucosa associated. Okay, mucosa associated. Imagine our digestive tract. Our digestive tract का जो innermost lining है, that is made up of mucosa. उससे associated lymphoid tissue को बोला जाता है malt. Similarly, we have mucosa in our respiratory tract. Again, उससे associated lymphoid tissue को बोला जाएगा malt. Okay, so wherever mucosa is there, you will have lymphoid tissue there, and that is included in malt. Okay, so correct option was this 50%. Okay, malt. Now, do you remember Peyer's patches, which is present in your intestine? Okay, which is a part of malt. चलिए next question पे आते हैं. What is next question? Which of the following set of diseases is caused by bacteria? Very simple question. You are going to remember bacterial diseases, viral diseases and fungal diseases. All are important for your exams. Names आपको याद होना चाहिए. चलिए देखते हैं. Cholera and tetanus, typhoid and smallpox, tetanus and mumps and herpes and influenza. This was asked in NEET 2016. चलो बताओ. What will be the correct option for this question? Cholera and tetanus. Let's see, cholera and tetanus is caused by which organisms? फटाफट देखते हैं. Cholera कौन cause करता है? Can anybody tell me in the chat? It is caused by a comma-shaped Vibrio cholera bacteria. Let's write it down. Okay, so Vibrio cholera. Okay, which is a comma-shaped bacteria. Okay, it will appear like this. Okay, then we have tetanus. Tetanus is caused by Clostridium tetani bacteria. याद करो. Okay, tetanus is caused by Clostridium tetani bacteria, जिसके वजह से हो सकता है tetanus. कहाँ होता है? Where this, very good W, where this Clostridium tetani is present? It is present in the rusted nails. If you are hurt by rusted nail or any other sharp object, or even if you have fell down and your wound is contaminated with the soil में भी होते हैं ये Vibrio cholera, it will lead to tetanus. And what is tetanus? क्या होता है tetanus बच्चों? Tetanus is, write it down, it is prolonged contraction of muscles without relaxation. Muscles contract तो कर रहे हैं but muscles relax नहीं करेंगे. It is also known as lock jaw. Why? Because your muscles of the jaw will become contract, okay, and they will not be able to relax. So you will not be able to open your mouth. So let's write it down. Tetanus is also known as lock jaw. And what happens in tetanus? There is prolonged contraction of muscles without relaxation. Okay, write it down everyone. Clostridium tetani will cause lockjaw tetanus, which is prolonged contraction of muscles without relaxation. Okay, now typhoid is caused by Salmonella typhi bacteria, right? But smallpox is a viral disease. Similarly, tetanus again bacterial, mumps is a viral disease, herpes and influenza both are viral disease. Question was bacterial disease कौन सा है? Your correct option will be A. Very good. चलो, let's move on to our next question. Which of the following is correct regarding AIDS causative agent HIV? HIV stands for human immunodeficiency virus, isn't it? So you have 4 options. Let's see one by one. Okay, HIV का full form भी लिख लेते हैं हम लोग. HIV is human immunodeficiency. Okay, virus. So this HIV attacks your immune system. Okay. Now HIV is enveloped virus containing one molecule of single stranded RNA and one molecule of reverse transcriptase. Correct option बताना है. Okay, Rajesh is saying B. Let's see. HIV is enveloped virus that contains two identical molecules of single stranded RNA. Yes, दो identical molecule होता है single stranded RNA का and two molecules of reverse transcriptase. This is also true. HIV is unenveloped retrovirus. No. HIV does not escape but attack the acquired immune response. This is also correct. So basically B and D both should be correct, but the most appropriate will be B. Fine. So दो single stranded RNA होते हैं. There will be two single stranded RNA with two reverse transcriptase enzyme. And what this reverse transcriptase enzyme do? It helps in reverse transcription. Let's understand what is reverse transcription. Okay, let's see. What is reverse transcription? Okay, let's understand what is transcription. What happens in transcription? DNA से बनता है RNA. So when DNA forms RNA, that is known as transcription, right? That is known as transcription. जब इसका उल्टा होगा, that is reverse transcription. So in reverse transcription, this RNA strands will form DNA and this DNA will get incorporated in the DNA of human being जिसको अटैक किया है HIV ने, right? So what will this HIV do? This HIV will form DNA with its RNA with the help of enzyme reverse transcriptase, and now this DNA will be incorporated in the DNA of the host cell. Okay, fine. So the correct option for this question will be both B and D, but the most appropriate will be B. So there will be two RNAs, single stranded RNAs, and there will be two molecules of reverse transcriptase enzyme. Okay, dear students, any problem, any question, please ask, any confusion? Now let's move on to our next question. Anti-venom injections contains pre-formed antibodies, while polio drops that are administered into the body contain gamma globulin, attenuated pathogens, activated pathogens, or harvested antibodies. So this question was asked in NEET 2016. First, let's talk about this anti-venom injection. Like it is given in your question that it is made up of pre-formed antibodies. Yes, pre-formed antibodies, when it is injected in a person's body, that is known as passive immunity. Artificial passive immunity, isn't it? Huh? Yes, Rajesh is saying B. Very good, very good. Okay. So anti-venom injections are example of artificial passive immunity. Okay, bani banai antibodies is being injected in the body of any person, right? And this is given artificially, so that's why artificial passive immunity. Now talking about polio drops. What happens in polio drops? Attenuated pathogens. What is attenuated pathogens? Heat killed. Heat killed. Heat killed pathogens are injected in the body. Now what will happen? Your body's immune system will be activated. It will form antibodies and be ready for actual attack of that pathogen. Now this type of immunity is known as what? Active or passive? Active immunity. And it is, since it is administered artificially, so it will be called as artificial active immunity. Okay, let's write it down. So this is known as artificial active immunity or immunization, right? Why? Because we are introducing heat-killed pathogens in the body and our body will start preparing antibodies. So this is an active process, and since we are administering this heat-killed pathogens artificially, that's why artificial. Okay? Chalo. So this question was asked in NEET 2016. Very good. Correct option for this question will be B. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Which of the following statement is not true for cancer cells in relation to mutations? Okay, 4 options we have here. Mutations inactivate the cell control. Mutations inhibit production of telomerase. Not true पूछा है बच्चों, ध्यान से बताओ क्या होगा करेक्ट ऑप्शन. राजेश एंड डब्लू बारदवल जल्दी बताओ. Mutations in proto-oncogenes accelerate the cell cycle. What are proto-oncogenes बच्चों? Proto-oncogenes are, onco means related to cancer. Proto means they are present in inactive form. So these proto-oncogenes are present in our body, in our cells, and when they are activated, they convert into oncogenes, and finally they could cause cancer because of any mutation. So write it down, let's write it down. Proto-oncogenes are converted into oncogenes, and because of which they cause cancer. And these proto-oncogenes are activated because of any mutagens, okay, which can be physical or UV rays or chemical or biological agents can also lead to this conversion of proto-oncogenes into oncogenes. Okay, so this is true. Mutations destroy telomerase inhibitor. Okay, this is also true. Telomerase inhibitor, when they are destroyed, telomerase is an enzyme. When they are destroyed, what will happen? There will not be any check on the cell division. Okay, there will not be any check on the cell division, and ultimately the cells will keep on multiplying. They are asking what is not true. So D is also true, C is also true, A is also true. The wrong answer is B. Please understand, they are asking about not true. So this is not true. Mutations inhibit production of telomerase. No, this is not the case. Okay, telomerase should proliferate so that the cell division will be continuous in cancer. Okay, so activity of telomerase is not inhibited by mutation. Instead, the telomerase inhibitor is destroyed. Okay, telomerase will cause cell division. So when this telomerase inhibitor is destroyed, this telomerase will help in cell division and proliferation of cells that will lead to cancer outgrowth. Samjhe? So correct option for this question will be B, which is wrong. B, which is wrong. Telomerase activity is there in cancer. Write it down. Very important. Okay? Chalo, next question. In higher vertebrates, the immune system can distinguish self cells and non-self. If this property is lost due to genetic abnormality and it attacks self cells, then it leads to. Okay, 4 options are there. NEET 2016 का question है. Now they are asking, in our body our immune system can differentiate between self cells and the non-self cells, but sometimes this is disturbed and our body starts attacking our own cells. One example is myasthenia gravis. Note it down. Myasthenia gravis बहुत बार पूछा गया है एग्जाम में. क्या होता है? Myasthenia gravis is an autoimmune disorder. Okay, and what happens in this disorder? Our body's own immune system start attacking the acetylcholine receptors. okay, present in the muscles. Okay, so our body's immune response, acetylcholine receptors are attacked. As a result, what will happen when acetylcholine receptors are attacked? Now they will not be able to receive the neurotransmitter acetylcholine. As a result, impulse will come, but the muscles will not respond. Slowly, slowly there will be degeneration of muscles leading to paralysis, right? So myasthenia gravis is an autoimmune disorder. Why I am telling you here? Because it is important for NEET. For this question, correct option will be A, that is autoimmunity. Very good, Rajesh. Correct option is autoimmunity. Okay. Next. Next question on your screen. If you suspect major deficiency of antibodies in a person, to which of the following would you look for confirmatory evidence? Okay, आपको लग रहा है there is deficiency of antibodies, तो आप क्या देखोगे in the test? Hemocyte, serum globulin, fibrinogen in plasma, serum albumin. 2015 question. This is a very simple question. Antibodies are what? What are antibodies? Antibodies क्या होते हैं? क्या होते हैं antibodies? Immunoglobulins. Immunoglobulins होते हैं antibodies. Right? याद करो 5 टाइप के antibodies जो हमने पढ़े थे. IgG, IgA, IgM, IgD and IgE. Remember GAMD, IgG, AMDE, and IG stands for immunoglobulins, right? तो आप क्या देखोगे अगर आपको पता करना है कि एंटीबॉडीज का नंबर ठीक है या नहीं है? ऑब्वियसली यू विल सी फॉर सीरम ग्लोब्यूलिन्स, राइट? इजी. चलो, नाउ IgA से मुझे याद आया, दिस IgA इज रिपीटेडली आस्क्ड इन एग्जाम. कैसा क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है? दे विल आस्क यू विच टाइप ऑफ एंटीबॉडीज इज प्रेजेंट इन टीयर्स, विच टाइप ऑफ एंटीबॉडीज इज प्रेजेंट इन मदर्स मिल्क, which type of antibodies is present in your secretions of the body. So your answer will be IgA. IgA will be present in tears, milk and every type of secretion of your body. Let's write it down. Okay, IgA will be present in all secretions of your body. बहुत ही important point है. Please note it down. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट फॉर नीट. कोई भी टाइप का सिक्रीशन बॉडी में पूछे, टीयर्स पूछे, सलाइवा पूछे, मिल्क पूछे, योर आंसर विल बी IgA. चलो, लेट्स मूव ऑन टू आवर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. करेक्ट ऑप्शन फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन विल बी B. इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट, एनी कंफ्यूजन, प्लीज आस्क. आ गया क्वेश्चन, नाम लिया एंड क्वेश्चन हाजिर. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इम्यूनोग्लोबुलिन्स does constitute the largest percentage in human milk? Okay, 2 antibodies are there, but they are asking about largest percentage in human milk, जो सबसे ज्यादा present है. So you have 4 options, IgA, G, D and M. 2015 का question है. Rajesh is saying B. No, you have answered for the last question. Correct option is A. Yes, just now we have discussed the correct option for this question will be A, IgA. Okay, though IgM is also present, but it is present in small concentration. So IgM little bit and IgA in large quantity is present. This red color is not visible, I think. I will write from yellow. IgM is also present in milk and IgA is present in large quantities. Okay, dear students, please remember this. Many a time this type of question is asked in NEET. Next question. Which of the following disease is caused by a protozoan? Protozoan disease बताना है. Babesiosis, blastomycosis, syphilis and influenza. Okay. So protozoan disease you will have to tell me A, B, C or D. The correct option is babesiosis. Right. Rest of the options that are given. Syphilis is caused by Treponema pallidum. Okay. हाँ समझ गए राजेश. Treponema pallidum, which is a spirochete, right? Then blastomycosis is caused by fungi and influenza is caused by a virus. Protozoan disease पूछा था, so the correct option will be babesiosis. Okay? चलो next question. Similar type of question that was done. Grafted kidney may be rejected in a patient due to. Again, same type of question is repeated. Grafted kidney, what is this? They are talking about graft rejection, right? Graft rejection की बात हो रही है यहाँ पर. Okay, recipient's body will get organ from the donor's body, right? And obviously the recipient's body will not be able to take it as a self organ or a self tissue. So they will attack by forming antibodies against that. So whether it is a passive immune response, innate immune response, humoral immune response or cell mediated immune response, the correct option will be D, cell mediated immune response, and that is due to T lymphocytes. T lymphocytes are responsible for cellular immunity, that is responsible for graft rejection. क्या करते हैं हम? हाँ क्या करते हैं हम? अगर हम नहीं चाहते हैं कि ग्राफ्ट को रिजेक्ट करे रेसिपिएंट का बॉडी, देन वी सप्रेस द इम्यून रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ द रेसिपिएंट इटसेल्फ. कैसे सप्रेस करते हैं हम? बाय गिविंग साइक्लोस्पोरिन. याद करो, दिस इज ऑल्सो क्वेश्चन ऑफ नीट. सो साइक्लोस्पोरिन इज गिवन टू suppress the immune system of the recipient so that the recipient's body should not reject the grafted organ. Okay, fine. Correct option was D. Next question on your screen. Again, वैक्सीन एंड डिजीज को आपको वेरी गुड साइक्लोस्पोरिन राजेश मैच करना है. मैच द फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चन 2015 नीट में जो कैंसिल हो गया उसमें पूछा गया था. ट्यूबरकुलोसिस, वूपिंग कफ, डिप्थीरिया एंड पोलियो इन कॉलम 1. Then you have harmless virus, inactivated toxin, killed bacteria and harmless bacteria in column 2. Let's, yes, cortisol hormone, very good. Steroid is given to suppress the immune system, very good. Tuberculosis के लिए जो वैक्सीन है, वूपिंग कफ या डिप्थीरिया या पोलियो के लिए जो वैक्सीन है, हाउ दिस वैक्सीन इज एडमिनिस्ट्रेटेड. उस वैक्सीन में क्या हार्मलेस वायरस होता है या इनएक्टिवेटेड टॉक्सिन होता है, और किल्ड बैक्टीरिया इज देयर और हार्मलेस बैक्टीरिया इज देयर. नाउ कमिंग टू ट्यूबरकुलोसिस. ट्यूबरकुलोसिस का वैक्सीन क्या है? बीसीजी. ओके, ट्यूबरकुलोसिस का वैक्सीन क्या है? बीसीजी. बीसीजी स्टैंड्स फॉर बैसिलस कालमेट गुएरिन. Okay, Bacillus calmette guerin. So this consists of harmless bacteria. Okay, this consists of harmless bacteria. Bacillus calmette guerin is a bacteria which is like Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Now this bacteria, when it is injected in the body, what will happen? Our body will start producing antibodies for this mycobacterium. Okay, so this is a harmless bacteria. So tuberculosis will be marked with 4. Solve हो गया question? Solve हो गया. Okay, from one option only, but we will proceed. Whooping cough. Whooping cough. Whooping cough is also known as kali khasi, right? It is also known as pertussis. Okay, so I will write it down. Whooping cough is also known as pertussis. Okay, and for this the vaccine that is given will consist of will consist of killed bacterias. Diphtheria. Diphtheria is what happens in diphtheria? There is fever, there is sore throat, there is little bit cold and cough, and there is formation of a membrane in the mucosa, in your pharynx, right? So diphtheria vaccine will consist of inactivated toxin. Very important. Inactivated toxin is present in the vaccine of diphtheria. And polio. At the last, polio will have harmless virus. Harmless virus. Okay. So let's see what are these vaccines example of, whether they are active immunity or passive immunity. So let's see. Harmless bacteria, when it is given, it is a type of active immunization, artificial active immunization. Killed bacteria, again artificial active immunization. Inactivated toxoid and harmless viruses, all these are examples of active artificial immunization. Okay. Passive immunization का example क्या होगा? When pre-formed antibodies are injected. Okay. For example, tetanus shots. Okay, so I will write it down. All these are examples of what? All these are examples of artificial active immunization. ठीक है. पैसिव का कोई पूछेगा तो पैसिव का क्या एग्जाम्पल है? पैसिव का एग्जाम्पल है टेटनस शॉट्स, जो आपको लगता है whenever you are injured by sharp object, and also anti-venom. Okay, anti-venom. So correct option for this question will be A. Next question. The active form of Entamoeba histolytica feeds upon Entamoeba histolytica. This is a protozoa. Okay. So food in intestine, blood only, erythrocyte, mucosa and submucosa of colon, mucosa and submucosa of colon only, Entamoeba histolytica. Now this is a parasite that is there in your gut, especially in intestine. Now this survive by eating the erythrocytes, mucosa and submucosa of colon. Okay, so correct option for this question is C. HIV that causes AIDS. Next question. HIV that causes AIDS first starts destroying. Very important question. Name itself suggests that there is what is HIV stands for? HIV means human immunodeficiency virus. So because of infection of this virus, there is suppression of our immune response. Why? Because it will attack the cells that are important for our immunity. That is helper T lymphocyte. Okay. So helper T lymphocytes are attacked by these HIV viruses. That's why our immunity will reduce. So correct option for this question will be helper T lymphocytes. Not thrombocytes, not B lymphocytes and not leukocytes. Whenever the number of helper T lymphocytes will reduce, there will be reduction in the immune response of the person. Now, if it is asked in your exam that which is the cells that are first attacked by the HIV virus, then your answer will be macrophages. This virus will attack first your macrophages and then they will start attacking the helper T lymphocytes, whose reduction in number will ultimately lead to decrease in immunity. Fine, so correct option for this question will be A itself. Next question. This is a diagram that is given in your NCERT. One question will be asked from drugs. So from human health and disease, 3 to 4 questions are asked and one question will always be related to the drugs. Okay, so let's see what is this. Which of this particular type of drug that is obtained from the plant whose one flowering branch is shown here. 4 options you have: hallucinogen, depressant, stimulant and painkiller. What is this? This is Datura. This is Datura. Now, Datura will act as a hallucinogen. Okay, hallucinogen that causes hallucinations on consumption. Okay. Now, there is one more hallucinogen that is important from exam point of view, that is LSD. LSD. This is not LSD. One more is there, example LSD. Now, we get LSD from a fungi, that is Clavicepus purpura. Okay. So, Clavicepus purpura fungi will give us LSD, and LSD is also a hallucinogen. Same, this Datura is also a hallucinogen. It will cause hallucinations. What are hallucinations? Anything that is not present but you will be able to see it. Okay. And also there will be visuals, and also you will hear things that is not being said. So, all these are hallucinations. Fine. So, this is a hallucinogen. Next. At which stage of HIV infection does one usually show symptoms of AIDS? Remember, all those who are HIV positive, we don't call them that they have AIDS. No. Okay. So, that is what they are asking, that when we will call an HIV infected person that they have AIDS. 4 options you have: within 15 days of sexual contact with an infected person, that will be too soon. When the infected retrovirus enters host cell, that is again too soon. When HIV damages large number of helper T lymphocytes, yes. When this disease will progress, when the HIV, that is the human immunodeficiency virus, will proliferate more and more, their number will increase, and then they will start attacking the helper T lymphocyte. When they will attack majority of cells, ultimately then you can say that the person is suffering from AIDS. When the viral DNA is produced by reverse transcriptase, that is there, but the correct option for this question will be C. See, when HIV damages large number of helper T lymphocytes, only then you can say that the person is having AIDS, because now the immune system will not be responsive. Okay, very good Rajesh, correct option will be A. Next question. Infection of Ascaris. Ascaris is what? Is a roundworm, Ascalmins, okay, or nematoda. Usually occurs by CC fly, mosquito bite, drinking water contaminated eggs of Ascaris, and eating imperfectly cooked pork. Yes, the correct option for this question will be C. By drinking or by eating food that is contaminated with the eggs of Ascaris, a person will be infected. It is this infection is very common in small children that eat mud, okay, soil, because soil will have eggs of Ascaris, so it is very common in small children. And also if you are consuming salad that is not cooked properly, then also you will be infected from this eggs of Ascaris. Eating imperfectly cooked pork will lead to infection of Taenia solium, that is Taenia solium, that is what? That is tapeworm. Right? And not Ascaris. Mosquito bite also will not lead to infection of Ascaris, and not even CC fly. So, correct option for this question will be C. Next question. Which one of the following statement is correct? Regarding sexually transmitted diseases, which are also known as venereal diseases, okay? A person may contact syphilis by sharing milk with one already suffering from the disease. Hemophilia is one of the STDs. Genital herpes and sickle cell anemia are both STDs. And the chances of 5-year boy contracting a STD are very little. So, you are going to tell me which is the correct option among these 4 statements. Okay. Now, syphilis. Syphilis is a bacterial disease caused by Treponema pallidum bacteria. Now, this Treponema pallidum is a spirochete. It is a spiral bacteria. Let's write it down. Syphilis is caused by Treponema pallidum, which is a spiral bacteria. Okay. Now, hemophilia is one of the STD. No, hemophilia is a genetic disorder. Hemophilia is a genetic disorder which cannot be transmitted. Genital herpes and sickle cell anemia are both STDs. Genital herpes is a viral infection, that is an STD, but not sickle cell anemia. No, sickle cell anemia is again a genetic disorder. Okay, so the correct option for this question will be obviously D. Since we are talking about sexually transmitted diseases, usually, not always, usually they spread by unprotected sexual intercourse. The chances will be less in 5-year-old. Again, these STDs also transmit by improper blood transfusion or sharing of needles from infected person to non-infected person. But again, the major cause of spread is sexual intercourse. So D will be the correct option. Rest all are incorrect. We have seen why. Okay, if there is any doubt, please ask. Now, next question. Identify the site where Wuchereria bancrofti is normally found in human body. Wuchereria bancrofti and Malay will cause elephantiasis, okay, which is also known as Hathi Pav in Hindi. So this is elephantiasis. Let's write it down. It will cause elephantiasis. Okay, and what this causes? First, let's understand what is Wuchereria bancrofti. It is a roundworm. Okay, it is an ascalmins. This is an ascalmint that will cause elephantiasis and it infects the lymphatics. So these Wuchereria bancrofti will accumulate in the lymphatics and ultimately there will be a blockage, there will not be lymph drainage and there will be accumulation of lymph leading to increase in the size of one of the leg. Fine. This also affects the genital organs in males. Muscles of the leg, no. Blood vessels of the thigh region, no. Skin between the finger or lymphatic vessels of the lower limb. The correct option for this question will be D, lymphatic vessels of the lower limb. Okay. Next, which of the following is a hallucinogenic drug that causes hallucinations? You have 4 options: caffeine, morphine, lysergic acid diethylamide, that is LSD, or opium. This question was asked in 2013. Now, caffeine is a stimulant. Okay, morphine is a depressant and painkiller. This LSD or lysergic acid diethylamide that we have discussed here, this LSD we derive from a fungi, that is Crivicipus purpura, and this act as a hallucinogenic agent. So for this question, correct option will be C. Okay, this fungi will cause hallucination. This fungi will give us LSD that will cause hallucinations. Next, motile zygote of Plasmodium occurs in gut of female Anopheles, salivary gland of Anopheles, human RBC and human liver. So you have 4 options. They are talking about the zygote of Plasmodium. Let's understand what is the zygote of Plasmodium is called. This zygote of Plasmodium is known as ookinete. Ookinete. It is a worm-like zygote. And where it will be present? It will be present in the gut of female Anopheles mosquito. Okay, remember the primary host of this Plasmodium is is this female Anopheles mosquito, in which the sexual phase of the life cycle will complete and asexual phase will take place in the man itself. So this zygote will be formed in the gut of female Anopheles mosquito. What is a primary? Let's understand what is a primary host. Okay. What is primary host? In which the sexual cycle of parasite is completed. So sexual cycle of parasite in this case is Plasmodium will be completed in the gut of Anopheles, where there will be fusion of gametes and finally there will be formation of zygote, which is known as a eukaryote. Okay, so this will be the correct option for this question. Next question. Vidal test is carried out to test. Very important question. Many a time this is asked. Your correct option will be typhoid fever. Okay. Next question. Common cold differs from pneumonia in that. Very simple. Common cold will only infect your upper respiratory tract, whereas pneumonia will affect your lungs. Okay, and this is a major difference between common cold and pneumonia. So what is more dangerous, common cold or pneumonia? Pneumonia. It is caused by Haemophilus influenza or Streptococcus pneumonia or Pneumococcus pneumonia. So the correct option for this question will be, let's see. Pneumonia is a communicable disease, whereas common cold is nutritional deficient. No. Both are communicable disease. So this is wrong. Pneumonia can be prevented by a live attenuated bacterial vaccine, whereas the common cold has no effective vaccine. That is true. Pneumonia is caused by a virus, while the common cold is caused by the bacterium Haemophilus influenza. Okay, that is also true. Pneumonia pathogen infects alveoli, whereas the common cold affects nose and respiratory passage but not the lungs. That is also true. So you are being asked, common cold differs from pneumonia in that pneumonia pathogen infects alveoli. This we have discussed. Okay. Now remember, in C statement, pneumonia is caused by a virus. Okay. Pneumonia can be caused by a virus or a bacteria or fungi as well, but the most common is the bacteria Haemophilus influenza. Now they are writing about common cold. No, this is wrong. This is wrong. Pneumonia can be prevented by a live attenuated bacterial vaccine, whereas the common cold has no effective vaccine. No effective vaccine is there for both. So this is also wrong. Pneumonia is a communicable disease. We know both are communicable disease. So this is also wrong. Correct option was D. Okay. Next question. Which one of the following is not a property of cancerous cell, whereas the remaining three are? Not. They are asking about not. 4 options you have. They compete with normal cells for vital nutrients. That is true. They do not remain confined in the area of the formation. That is true. They divide in an uncontrolled manner. That is true. They show contact inhibition. No. This is the correct option, which is a wrong statement. Contact inhibition is the property of a normal cell. When two cells come in contact with each other, they stop growing. They stop dividing, right? But this is not in the case of cancerous cell. They have lost this property of contact inhibition and they will keep on growing even when they will come in contact with adjacent cells. Okay, so your cancer cells have lost the property of contact inhibition. Very important point, please note it down. Okay, then correct option for this was D. Now next question. Cirrhosis of liver is caused by the chronic intake of. Cirrhosis of liver is liver failure. Cirrhosis of liver is liver failure. And liver failure is caused by consumption of alcohol. So the correct option for this question will be B, that will lead to fatty liver and ultimately failure of liver. Identify these molecules. Again, these structures are taken from NCERT. All the diagrams, all the structure in your NCERT is important, right? So there are these molecules from NCERT. You are going to match the correct pair. Okay, so select the right option given in their sources, right? So these two structures are, A is morphine. This is morphine. Morphine we get from Papaver somniferum. It is sedative and it acts as a painkiller. So initially morphine was used as a painkiller only, then it was abused, right? So morphine is given to the patients that have severe pain, for example in cancer patients or in the patients that have undergone burns. Okay. Where will you look for sporozoites of the malarial parasites? Sporozoites will be present in the salivary gland of mosquito. So whenever a mosquito will bite you, these sporozoites will be injected in the human's body. So the correct option for this will be salivary, yes, saliva of infected female Anopheles mosquito, A. Now, which of the following options gives the correct match of a disease? Okay, you have disease, causative organism and mode of infection. Let's see. Typhoid is caused by Salmonella typhi, but again not by inspired air. Pneumonia, Streptococcus pneumonia, droplet infection, this is true. Okay, this is true. So malaria, see, it is written male Anopheles. It should be female Anopheles mosquito. So the correct option will be pneumonia by droplet infection. Okay. Now common cold is not cured by antibiotics. Why? Because it is caused by virus, caused by gram-positive bacteria, gram-negative bacteria, or not an infectious disease. Obviously because it is caused by virus. Okay. Ringworm in humans is caused by, ringworm is a disease, it is a fungal disease, right? It is a fungal disease. Okay. So ringworm is caused by a fungi, not by bacteria, nematodes and viruses. Okay. So correct option is B. Hope this session was useful, dear students. Also you can go to our website infinitylearn.com/NEET and you can register for our NEET 22 Rank Assurance Ultimate package, where you will get live classes, assurance program, self-learn videos, flashcards, adaptive practice test and many more tests together with the doubt app. Okay, so if you are preparing for NEET 22, don't forget to join our NEET 22 Rank Assurance Ultimate package. Okay, this will be very helpful in your preparation. Please join our Telegram channel if you haven't joined it yet. You will get all the notifications regarding our classes on our channel. Don't forget to like and share this session and subscribe our Infinity Learn NEET channel. That was all for today, dear students. Hope you all have enjoyed this session. I come regularly with the chapters, previous year questions. The topics will be both from 11th and 12th standard. Take care, dear students. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.